The mechanical men from the moon didn't come together like an Iron Man in a poem by Ted Hughes. They grew from the blue hard rock, the cold silent surface of an adopted asteroid, a crater on the side that man had never visited before man ever existed, a long dormant volcano, one of the eyes on the face of what we call the man in the moon. It spewed hot metal and rock into craters that filled until they came fully formed, like lead soldiers poured into casts by beshorted 1940s schoolboys, molten hot robots. The mechanical men from the moon awoke, shook, and took stock. Heat from the volcano long dead before their aluminium hearts began beating. Their eyes shivered open. Their home was the inside of a vacuum cleaner bag, grey and dusty. But they couldn't stay there. There was no atmosphere there. They wanted to become a postcard sent away from there. Wished they were here. The man in the earth was one big blue eye winking. Into the blue, out of the blue, out of the blue, into the blue. The mechanical men from the moon, they had rockets in the heels of their shoes, matching boots that ignited like matches, flames that swirled and formed into stars. They flew in formation like bees in a cartoon, dangerously near until they broke the atmosphere here. The mechanical men from the moon landed in the blue, and instead of the dead air of the vacuum they'd just come through, here was something there wasn't before. Music. Scores of it. Music in the breeze and every click of their knees. They could hear the whirring of their own mechanical insides. Like a virus that infected them, sent them a disease called serendipity, made every sneeze a symphony, every cough a cacophony of melody. It was a reaction like drops of water on iron, but the rust that formed was a tune, a dusty ditty. And they tried to create their own, and just like rust, it wasn't perfect, but sometimes it could create something beautiful. The spilled oil on a puddle forming a rainbow. And for a while here, it wasn't perfect, but that was perfect. Then the men came. The membrane men from Mother Earth, covered with skin and life and dirt. They heard the music too. They talked to the mechanical men from the moon, taught them how to sing, fiddling with their wiring, messing with their electrics to create sparks that swirled and turned into stars. And for a while here, it was perfect. Until the stars became bigger than the tunes, bigger than the mechanical men from the moon, too big for their aluminium hearts, and one star, no bigger than a spark, caught fire and spread through the tinfoil veils of the mechanical men from the moon. They went boom. That was their last tune, the last drum beat before they crumbled, leaving nothing but a low background frequency that hummed in the ears of the membrane men. People say that when you hear a ringing in your ears, the sound you hear are the hairs that produce that frequency dying, that you'll never hear that sound again. And when you hear music in your head that you've never heard before, that's the mechanical men dying. You'll never hear that music again. And their metal parts scattered from where they'd splattered bits of bop that were left so long the membrane men forgot about them and began to dig bits up, not knowing what they'd been before. They built fans, melted them down to make tin cans, the gears in a watch, the spoon that stirred. They even used them to make photocopiers. Like they'd been before, imitating the music like making photocopies of the Mona Lisa. They still made their tunes, in the click and whir of the copy machine. They left it in the air, a sense of music, like someone smiling in every room of a house then leaving. A warm glow. The creak of the tin can, the tick of the watch, tock of the clock. Every clink of a spoon, the musical, mechanical men from the moon. They weren't perfect, but that was perfect.